Hello, my awesome artists. Today we are going to start creating a drawing of a turtle. So this is our final product. We want to get maybe to this spot today. We might not get to color our turtle today, but that's okay. We definitely want to get them all drawn out though. So this is what you're going to need. A piece of paper, a Sharpie. From your table caddy, you will only need a pencil and a hexagon shape block. So this block has 6 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to trace it. So that's our hexagon. We're also going to need an oval shape. An oval is kind of like a circle, but somebody stretched it out so it's a little longer. So these 2 sides here are a little longer than these 2 over here. So this is an oval. It might look like an egg to you. If you like to eat eggs, you might already know what an oval looks like. All right, so I've got my piece of paper. I'm going to write my name on it. And I'm going to flip it over. So I've got a nice clean side on the front. You can hold your paper horizontal or vertical. It doesn't matter to me. I'm going to hold my paper horizontal. First things first is I have to draw the shell of my turtle. I'm going to do that with my oval. So I'm going to put my oval down in the middle of my paper. If I put it over here on the side, I won't have enough space to draw the head or the feet. So I'm not going to put it down here or in the corner. I'm going to put it right in the middle of my paper. I'm going to hold with one hand, and then with my pencil hand, my drawing hand, I'm going to trace around my oval, and the pencil is touching the oval the whole time. Awesome. So I went all the way around and made sure I went under my holding hand. And I'm going to lift up my hand and move my oval. Awesome. You might need to pass your oval to a friend at your table so then they can trace it. Next thing I need to do is to make my hexagon in the middle. It's hard to draw a hexagon by yourself, so that's why we have these tracers to use. So I'm going to put the hexagon down in the middle of my oval. So just like I did with the paper, or with the oval on the paper, I put it in the middle. I'm going to put the hexagon in the middle. And you can turn it any way you want. It doesn't matter. All right, I'm going to hold it in the middle. And I'm going to trace around it all the sides. 2, 3, 4. Ooh, I have to come around. 5, 6. All right, now I'm going to move my hexagon. Excellent. So I've got my hexagon inside of my oval. I'm going to draw 6 lines from the corner of my hexagon all the way out to touch my oval. 1. Next corner. 2. I'm going to draw them as straight as I can. So I'm going to draw that really straight line. Turning my paper. 3. Halfway done. This isn't quite connected, so I'm going to connect it. 4. 5. 6. All right, so I've drawn all my lines. Now I'm going to draw the head, the tail, and the little flippers of my turtle. So I'm going to draw a circle. Now, the circle should not be bigger than the oval. We want to make sure that the circle is smaller than the oval that we drew for the shell. All right, so I made a couple lines, and that's okay because we can erase pencil lines later. So I've drawn my circle. Now I'm going to draw my tail. So I drew my circle at one side of my shell. On the other side, boop, 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 and you can use your pencil to help you find where you should put your tail. The pencil's pointing right here. I'm going to draw a little triangle. There's my tail. And now I'm going to draw the flippers. This might be the more difficult part, but we can do it. From my oval on the shell, I'm going to draw 2 arching lines. There we go. So I've drawn them connected from the oval, and then they connected a point out there. I'm going to draw another one down here. So they're not straight lines, they're arching lines. Our turtle needs 4 legs, or 4 flippers, so I'm going to give him 4 flippers. It's okay if they're not all the same. Ta-da! All right. If you would like, you can give your turtle some eyes and a nose. Maybe some eyebrows. All right. So I've drawn my turtle. I'm going to put my pencil away. I'm done with it. Now I'm going to take my Sharpie. Now when you're using a Sharpie, you want to be very careful because Sharpies are permanent. So we're going to take the cap off and put it on the back of the marker, just like that, so I don't lose it. And I'm going to be very, very slow when I trace over my lines. When I trace my lines, I'm covering up that pencil line I made with my Sharpie. The Sharpie marker is darker than the pencil, so it should cover it up very nicely. Okay, so I'm going to trace all of my lines. You see how slow I'm going? If I need to, I can turn my paper any way I want to make it easier for my drawing hand to touch all of the lines. When we're using a Sharpie, we do not want to push hard. Remember when we used that marker on the board? We had someone show us how to be respectful with that marker. We're going to do the same thing with this Sharpie. I'm very gently touching the tip of the Sharpie to my paper. It doesn't have to be pressed down into the paper. Okay. Let's see. Am I all done? Not quite. I need to trace my nose lines, my little eyes, and my eyebrows. All right, now I'm all done. I'm going to cap my Sharpie. If you need to, and I'll show you up close, if you guys need to, there might be some lines on your turtle that are in pencil, and you don't want to see those lines. So I'm going to take my pencil again. I'm going to use my eraser on the back. I'm going to erase those lines. The Sharpie does not move because it's permanent. All right, I think I'm good to go. Now that I've drawn my turtle, I can start coloring my turtle. Now, when I was coloring my turtle on this guy, I was using crayons, and I was making really sure to press my crayon down, not too hard that I broke the crayon, but just enough so that the color really got all over, and I don't want any white spots. So let's start coloring our turtles next. Nice job, you guys.